Here's an original. That is not ordinary thunder. That is the voice of the Almighty rolling across the mountains. Babylon is dancing in her golden towers, counting her riches, boasting in her power. But she cannot silence the storm. The clouds are gathering, the heavens are speaking, the watchmen are awakening, and thunder is marching across the sky. The merchants tremble, the proud hide their faces, the idols shake upon their shelves, because when Jah speaks, no kingdom can stand against him. Thunder over Babylon, thunder over Babylon, the judge of all creation is near. Thunder over Babylon, lightning in the sky, the kingdoms of deception hear their judgment drawing nigh. Thunder over Babylon, the mighty wall shall fall. Jah reigns upon his holy throne, the sovereign over all. Thunder roll, let every nation hear. Thunder roll, the King of Kings is here. Hey, Babylon built her palace high, reaching toward the clouds, wrapped herself in stolen glory, boasting loud before the crowds. But gold can never save a nation, pride can never stop the rain, and every tower built on darkness must eventually know pain. The prophets saw it long ago, the writing on the wall. Every empire built on injustice faces its own fall. Hear the rumble in the distance, feel the shaking of the ground. When righteousness comes marching, no deception can be found. Thunder over Babylon, lightning in the sky, the kingdoms of deception hear their judgment drawing nigh. Thunder over Babylon, the mighty wall shall fall. Jah reigns upon his holy throne, the sovereign over all. Hey! The merchants count their treasures, the rulers boast their fame, yet they cannot buy forgiveness, they cannot escape his name. The heavens gather witnesses, the stars refuse to hide, and every hidden work of darkness stands exposed beneath his light. The rivers carry warnings, the mountains echo truth, creation joins the chorus, proclaiming living proof. Thunder over Babylon, the trumpet starts to sound. But for the faithful there is shelter, for the humble there is peace. For the ones who trust the Father, every fear shall finally cease. Though the thunder shakes the nations, though the storm clouds fill the air, the righteous stand unmovable, because they know He's there. Like Noah through the waters, like Daniel through the flame, the Lord preserves His children who trust His holy name. When the earth begins to tremble and the darkness starts to flee, the people of the kingdom lift their songs of victory. Thunder over Babylon, the idols lose their crown. Thunder over Babylon, the mighty are cast down. Thunder over Babylon, the heavens testify. Thunder over Babylon, the heavens testify. Jah reigns forevermore, and His truth shall never die. Heavy bass rolling like distant thunder, lightning flashing through the echoes, drums pounding like marching armies, Zion chanting through the storm. Thunder, 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 thunder over Babylon. Then a new song fills creation as the smoke fades from the sky, and the saints of every nation lift redemption's battle cry. No more chains and no more sorrow, no more kingdoms built on lies, only everlasting glory beneath redemption's skies. The Lamb upon the throne who's worthy, every tongue shall now proclaim. The kingdoms of this world surrender to His everlasting name. Thunder over Babylon, the heavens are speaking, the watchmen are awakening, and thunder is marching across the sky. The merchants trend. Do not look at the clay and think it is ordinary. Do not look at the dust and think it is empty. For beneath what seems broken, there is fire, hidden fire. Before the potter's wheel turned, before shape formed from soil, before weakness learned its name, the flame was already there, buried in silence, waiting for awakening. And tonight the clay remembers the fire, fire hidden in the clay, fire hidden in the clay. And breaks, still the flame will not escape. Fire hidden in the clay. Jah will love His way. From the dust we rise and say, holy fire leads the way. Oh Jah, we testify. From earthly powder, shaped by mercy, not by pride. Yet within this fragile vessel, something holy lives inside. Every crack becomes a window, letting glory find its way. Every broken place reveals the power of the clay. to build me, and the winds begin to test. That is when the inner burning shows the maker knows me best. Fire hidden in the clay, burning night and day. Though the vessel bends and breaks, still the flame will not escape. Like Jeremiah's broken vessel, like the potter shapes the frame. Every pressure brings refinement, every trial fuels the flame. From the furnace comes the purpose, from the breaking comes the sound. That the weak are made to carry something holy, deep and crowned. Babylon sees only weakness, but she cannot understand that the clay is just the covering of a greater master's plan. The vessel never leaves his work undone. He refines it in the darkness till it shines like rising sun. And when Babylon is trembling and the proud are brought to fall, the fire hidden in the clay will outshine them all. The fire hidden in the clay, burning night and day. Though the vessel bends and breaks, still the flame will not escape. Fire, fire, fire hidden in the clay. Jah will have his way. From the dust we rise and say, holy fire leads the way. Deep bass like molten earth, fire crackling through echo chambers. Nyabingi heartbeat of the furnace. The clay is alive with flame. One day the clay will shine in glory. No more weakness, no more pain. Every vessel fully radiant in the everlasting rain. What was hidden will be revealed. What was broken made anew. And the fire within the clay will reflect the King so true. Fire hidden in the clay, fire hidden in the clay. From the dust to resurrection, we are never far away. Fire, fire hidden in the clay, fire hidden in the clay, fire hidden in the clay, fire hidden in the clay. Let the whole creation witness, just shaping every day. The world sees clay, but just sees fire. But Jah sees fire. The world sees weakness, but Jah sees purpose. And when the vessel is complete, the fire hidden in the clay will light the world. Will light the world. Here's an original cinematic roots reggae gospel anthem for footprints in the sacred soil. Before the noise of cities, before the hunger of empires, before man learned the language of pride, the Almighty walked here And where he walked, the ground remembered. Every grain of dust carries memory. Every stone holds a testimony. Every path has heard his steps. And tonight, the earth is speaking again. Footprints in the sacred soil. Footprints in the sacred soil, where the faithful used to toil. Every step through fire and trial leaves a mark that lasts a while. Footprints in the sacred soil cannot fade or be destroyed. Heaven writes them in the ground, where eternal truth is found. Oh Jah, we testify under holy sky, the sacred soil won't lie. It remembers who walk by. I walk through ancient valleys, where the silence starts to sing, and I felt the earth was breathing, like it knew the coming king. Every hill became a witness, every stone a memory of the ones who walked in faith through the fire and mystery. From the garden to the desert, from the river to the flame, every place where God has moved will never stay the same. Though the wind may try to cover what the righteous left behind, the ground still holds the imprint of a holy, fearless mind. Footprints in the sacred soil, where the faithful used to toil. Every step through fire and trial leaves a mark that lasts a while. Footprints in the sacred soil cannot fade or be destroyed. Heaven writes them in the ground, where eternal truth is found. Moses left them on the mountain, David left them in the field. Prophets walked through flames of danger, yet their footsteps never yield. Jesus walked through Galilee, through the dust and through the pain. Every step became salvation, every footprint broke the chain. Now the soil still remembers every prayer, every cry, every soul that walks in mercy under Zion's endless sky. Step by step, step by step, in the name of Jah. Step by step, never lost, never far. Ground below, speak your holy truth. Ground below, remember eternal roots. Babylon may pave her highways, try to cover up the past, but she cannot erase the footprints that were written here to last. For the soil is not forgotten, it is living, it is wise. It has seen both death and glory, it has seen the truth and lies, and it waits for final judgment, when all hidden things are known, when the footprints of the righteous lead us back to God's own throne. Footprints in the sacred soil, where the faithful used to toil. Every step through fire and trial leaves a mark that lasts a while. echoes of walking faith. The soil is still remembering. One day the trumpet sounding will awaken every ground, and the footprints of the faithful will be shining all around. Every path will tell its story. Every road will sing its song. Of the ones who walk with courage, even when the night was long. And the sacred soil will open like a book beneath the sky, revealing every journey that no darkness could deny. Hey! Footprints in the sacred soil. Footprints in the sacred soil. Footprints in the sacred soil. They are written in forever. Footprints in the sacred soil. They will never be destroyed. Footprints in the sacred soil. Footprints in the sacred soil. Footprints in the sacred soil, where the faithful used to toil. Every step through fire and trial leaves a mark that lasts a while. Footprints in the sacred soil cannot fade or be destroyed. Heaven writes them in the ground, where eternal truth is found. The world forgets names, but the soil remembers footsteps. The world forgets voices, but the ground keeps the sound. And every step walked in faith is written forever in the sacred soul. Yeah. Here's an original Roots Reggae gospel epic for rivers carry the witness. Beneath the noise of cities, beyond the shouting of kingdoms, under the pride of Babylon, the rivers are still speaking. They flow through Eden before man built his first wall. They witnessed Noah's tears, Moses' miracles, the prophet's cries, and the footsteps of the Messiah. Empires have vanished into dust. Kings have become forgotten names. But the rivers keep flowing, carrying stories, carrying mercy, carrying warnings, carrying hope. From generation to generation, the rivers carry the witness. The rivers carry the witness, flowing from age to age. Rivers carry the witness, writing God's truth on every page. They sing through every valley, they roar through every land. Rivers carry the witness of the Almighty's hand. Flow, flow, river, flow. Tell the story still. Flow, river, flow. Proclaim His holy will. From the mountain's sacred chambers, where the crystal waters rise, to the oceans of creation, under endless open skies. Every current holds a memory, every stream recalls His name. Every ripple tells a story of His everlasting reign. Through the deserts and the forests, past the cities built by pride, still the rivers keep declaring, God alone shall be our guide. Though the nations change their banners, though their mighty empires fall, And the people walked in wonder, with the presence as their guide. The Nile remembers judgment, when the mighty learned to fear, and the river learned obedience to the voice all powers hear. Every stream beneath the heavens knows the hand that formed its way, knows the God who sends the rain fall, and knows the one who rules the day. Rivers carry the witness, flowing through the years. Rivers carry the witness, through our laughter and our tears. They remember every promise, they remember every sign. Rivers carry the witness of the love that is divine. Flow on, living water, flow on, carry the testimony, through the darkness of the nations, until Zion fills creation. I stood beside a river, and I heard the Spirit say, watch the water keep on moving, though the rocks stand in its way. Mercy flows around the mountains, grace can carve the heart of stone. And the river taught a lesson, that no pilgrim walks alone. For the Father sends His blessing, like a river from above, washing wounded hearts with healing, filling thirsty souls with love. Every drop becomes a sermon, every wave becomes a song, teaching us the Lord is faithful, teaching us where we belong. Our rivers carry the witness, flowing from age to age. Rivers carry the witness, writing God's truth on every page. They sing through every valley, they roll through every land. Rivers carry the witness of the Almighty's hand. Rivers, I've seen kingdoms rise. The rivers have seen kingdoms fall, yet they keep moving, keep singing, keep testifying. And as long as water flows across this earth, the witness shall remain. The rivers carry the witness. The rivers carry the witness. Listen, can you hear it? Beneath the noise of cities, beyond the shouting of kingdoms, under the pride of Babylon, the rivers are still speaking. They flowed through Eden before man built his first wall. They witnessed Noah's tears, Moses' miracles, the prophet's cries, and the footsteps of the Messiah. Empires have vanished into dust, kings have become forgotten names, but the rivers keep flowing, carrying stories, carrying mercy, carrying warnings, carrying hope from generation to generation. The rivers carry the witness. Rivers carry the witness, flowing from age to age. Rivers carry the witness, writing God's truth on every page. They sing through every valley. They stand, look up. Do not call them silent lights. Do not call them distant fire, for the heavens are not empty. they are watching. Before man learned to measure time, before nations argued over days, before calendars changed the seasons, the sun was a witness by day, and the moon was a witness by night. Two lamps hung in the sky, writing history with light. Every sunrise is a testimony, every sunset is a warning, every moonrise is a remembrance, and together they declare one truth: creation is not blind, it bears witness. Sun and moon bear witness through the endless sky. Sun and moon bear witness, they will never lie. By day and by night, they shine His holy light. Sun and moon bear witness to Jah Most High. Oh, creation, sing the song, write the ancient roll. Sun and moon bear witness all the ages long. Golden sun over the valleys, watching kingdoms rise and fall, seeing every human story written on the earthly wall. It has seen the proud in power, it has seen the humble cry, it has seen the righteous walking under open heaven sky. And the moon in silver silence keeps the secrets of the night. Every hidden act of darkness cannot hide from holy light. Nothing passes their attention, nothing hides beneath the sky, for the heavens are recording every truth and every lie. Sun and moon bear witness through the endless sky. Sun and moon bear witness, they will never lie. By day and by night, they shine His holy light. Sun and moon bear witness to Jah Most High. They remember Eden's sunrise, they remember Calvary's hill, they remember seas dividing at the voice that calms all will. They remember prophets calling to a nation lost in pride. They remember every covenant that the Father did provide. Every eclipse is like a trumpet, every dawn a sacred sound, every twilight is a sermon spoken without earthly bound. Shine on, shine on, shine on, light of creation. Shine on, shine on, shine on, witness to the nations. Burn, 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 burn in the sky above. Burn bright, reveal eternal love. Babylon may build her towers, try to conquer time and space, but she cannot silence witness written in the sky's own face. For the sun will rise tomorrow, and the moon will rise again, declaring that the Maker still remains above all men. And when history reaches ending and the final trumpet calls, sun and moon will bow in silence to the one who rules it all. Sun and moon bear His holy light. Sun and moon bear witness to Jah Most High. When men forget, the sun remembers. When nations sleep, the moon remembers. And when all voices fade away, the sky is speaking without words. Then a new light shall be rising, brighter than the sun we know. And no moon shall lead to guide us, for the Lamb will be the glow. Every shadow will be lifted, every mystery made clear, and the witness of creation will stand forever near. Sun and moon bear witness. Sun and moon bear witness. From beginning to forever, their testimony is relentless. Hey, sun and moon bear witness. Sun and moon bear witness. Hey, every night and every morning proclaim His righteousness. When men forget, the sun remembers. When nations sleep, the moon remembers. And when all voices fade away, the sky is speaking without words. Stop, look up. Do not call them silent lights. Do not call them distant fire, for the heavens are not empty. They are watching. Before man learned to measure time, before nations argued over days, before calendars changed the seasons, the sun was a witness by day, and the moon was a witness.
The courtroom of creation is now in session. Yeah. The mountains are standing as witnesses. The rivers are carrying evidence. The stars have signed their testimony in fire. From the first sunrise of Eden to the final trumpet of Zion, the earth has seen everything. Every prayer, every tear, every battle, every miracle. And now the whole creation rises with one voice. The King is righteous. Let Babylon deny it. Let the proud ignore it. But the stones are already speaking. The earth shall testify. The earth shall testify. The heavens glorify. The mountains lift Jah high. His truth can never die. The rivers testify. The oceans magnify. Creation prophesy. Jah reigns eternally. The earth shall testify. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Maya. Morning breaks upon the valley, golden fire upon the plain. Ancient hills remember stories written through the wind and rain. Every tree that bends in worship, every eagle in the sky knows the hand that shaped creation, knows the Lord who reigns on high. centuries it came. The stones will cry against injustice and expose corruption, shame. Gold may glitter for a season, power rise and kingdoms fall, but the judge above creation still remains the Lord of all. The earth shall testify, the heavens glorify, the mountains lift you high. His truth can never die. The rivers testify, the oceans magnify, creation prophesied, Jah reigns eternally. Hear the rocks cry out, hear the rocks cry out, hear the fields sing praise, hear the fields sing praise, hear the thunder roll, hear the thunder roll. Jah controls it all, Jah controls it all. No politician, no empire, no army, no deceiver can stop the witness of creation. The river remembers Moses, parting waters by God's hand. The sea remembers Jonah and the mercy he had planned. The wilderness remembers manna falling from the sky above. Calvary remembers Jesus, showing everlasting love. Even now creation growing, waiting for redemption's day, when the King returns in glory and all shadows fade away. Every leaf and every raindrop, every sunrise yet to be, carries fragments of His greatness for the eyes that choose to see. The earth shall testify, the heavens glorify, oh, the mountains lift you high. His truth can never die. The rivers testify, the oceans magnify, creation prophesy, Jah reigns eternally. The earth shall testify, the earth shall testify. Listen, the courtroom of creation is now in session. The mountains are standing as witnesses, the rivers are carrying evidence, the stars have signed their testimony in fire. Here's an original cinematic Roots Reggae gospel anthem, for the earth has seen everything, every prayer, every tear, every battle, every miracle. And now the whole creation rises with one voice. The King is righteous. Let Babylon deny, let the proud ignore it, but the stones are already speaking. The earth shall testify, the earth shall testify, the heavens glorify.
Do not think the earth is empty. Do not think silence is silence. For even when no voice is heard, the fields are listening. Before the first farmer sowed seed, before the first harvest was named, before hunger learned the language of man, the fields already had memory. They have heard every seed prayer, every cry for rain, every song of hope and every song of loss. Nothing is forgotten in the soil. And tonight, the fields are listening again. The fields are listening to every word we say. The fields are listening, night and break of day. Every seed we scatter, every tear we cry. The fields are listening under Zion's sky. Oh, Jah, they testify. Under sun and sky, the fields are listening. They will never lie. Golden waves across the valley, moving like a living sea. Every star becomes a witness to the truth of what will be. They remember hands that planted with a faith that would not break. They remember drought and struggle, every harvest and mistake. From the garden of beginning to the farms of modern men, every field still holds the record of the now and then. When the wind begins to whisper through the rows of broken land, it is not just air that's moving, it is heaven's hidden hand. The fields are listening to every word we say. The fields are listening, night and break of day. Every seed we scatter, every tear we cry. The fields are listening under Zion's sky. I walked through dry and barren places where the soil cried out for rain, and I heard the earth was speaking through its silence and its pain. It said, do not forget the promise, do not waste the gift you hold. For the fields are more than soil now, they are stories to be told. Every harvest is a sermon, every famine is a call, every grain of life remembers the creator of them all. Speak now to the living ground. Speak now, let truth be found. Grow, seeds of righteousness. Grow, break through darkness. Babylon may pave her cities, concrete covering the land, but beneath her feet the fields still understand the Maker's hand. For no steel can silence memory, no machine can change the clay. The fields still keep their covenant with the one who rules the day. And when judgment meets the nations and the harvest time is near, every field will rise as a witness, making every truth appear. The fields are listening to every soul that cries. The fields are listening under endless skies. Every seed of mercy, every seed of pride. The fields are listening, they cannot be denied. Deep bass, like roots moving underground, wine sweeping through endless farmland. Echoes of ancient harvest songs. The soil is alive with memory. One day the fields will blossom like a garden made of light. Every seed of righteousness will stand in glory bright.
you.
The fields are listening.
The fields are listening.
The fields are listening.
Every seed becomes a witness in the sign of our beginning. The fields are listening.
The fields are listening.
From Eden unto Zion, they are never disappearing. The world forgets seeds, but the fields remember. The world forgets seasons, but the soil listens. And every word ever spoken into the earth is still alive, because the fields are listening. Listen, hush now. Before cities learn to speak, before kingdoms carve their names in stone, before the proud built their towers of noise, the hills were already watching. They stood when Eden was still green. They stood when man first fell. They stood when prophets cried in silence. They stood when empires rose like smoke and vanished like dust. Nothing escapes their sight. The hills have no tongue, yet they testify. The hills have no hands, yet they remember. And tonight they speak again through the wind. The hills have seen it all. The hills have seen it all. The rise and the fall,
The mighty and small.
they remember it all.
The hills have seen it all.
Through the thunder call,
When Babylon falls,
the hill still stand tall. Oh Jah,
they testify.
under endless sky,
The hills never lie.
they just pass us by. Ancient ridges holding secrets, written in the stone and clay. Every sunrise paints a witness that no man can wash away. They saw the first man wandering after Eden closed its gate. They saw the tears of generations fighting love against their hate. Every shadow crossed their silence, every praying to the air, every war and every blessing. The hills were standing there when the earth was torn in anger, when the rivers ran with fear. Still the hills remained unshaken, whispering that God is near. The hills have seen it all, the rise and the fall, the mighty and small, they remember it all. The hills have seen it all. Through the thunder call, when Babylon falls, the hill still stand tall. They saw David run in worship through the valleys full of song. They saw kingdoms fall in pieces when their justice turned to wrong. They saw Moses lift the mountain as the heavens touched the earth. They saw every act of mercy. They saw every act of worth, from Jerusalem to deserts, from the prophets to the sea. The hills keep every
thinking they will never fade. But the hills have seen such kingdoms turn to dust and be betrayed. Gold and silver turn to silence, crowns will crumble into dust. But the hills remain a sermon on the meaning of true trust. They remind us of our weakness, they remind us of our breath, that no man escapes the journey from his cradle unto death. Still they stand in holy patience, guarding stories yet untold, like a scripture carved in silence, older than the days of old. The hills have seen it all, the rise and the fall, the mighty and small. They remember it all. The hills have seen it all. Through the thunder call, when Babylon falls, the hills still stand tall. When kingdoms forget, the hills remember. When men fall silent, the hills justify. And when all things pass away, the hills will still stand, having seen it all. Hush. Do not mistake the silence for absence. Do not mistake the storm for chaos. For there is a rock older than mountains, stronger than time, and it knows your name. Before your mother called you, before the world labeled you, before struggle carved your story, the rock already knew you. It stood when you fell, it held when you broke, it watched when you cried unseen, and it never forgot you. The rock knows my name. Through the fire and the pain, through the sunshine and the rain, it remains the same. The rock knows my name. Never lost, never changed. In his love I am claimed. Forever I am named. Oh Jah, I proclaim. I will never be ashamed. The rock knows my name, calling me by grace. When I walk through lonely valleys, where no voices dare to go, I could feel a steady presence that the world would never know. Every tear became a language, every sigh became a prayer, and the rock stood there beside me, proving always he is there. I was broken like a vessel, cast aside and left alone, but the rock became my shelter, and he made my heart his home. When the winds of life are raging and the night is cold and long, I remember who is holding me, and I rise into his song. The rock knows my name. Through the fire and the pain, through the sunshine and the rain, it remains the same. The rock knows my name. Never lost, never changed. In his love I am claimed. Forever I am named. Mountains bow before his presence, oceans tremble at his word, yet he speaks to me in silence, like a whisper I have heard. He was there in my beginning, he
chasing shadows in the dark. But the rock remains unchanging, like a flame within my heart. And when judgment day is calling and the books are open wide, I will stand upon his promise with the rock there at my side. For he never forgets mercy, he never turns away. He is closer than the heartbeat, and he knows me by my name. The rock knows my name. Through the fire and the pain, through the sunshine and the rain, it remains the same. The rock knows my name. Forever I am claimed in his love. I am framed by his holy name. Deep bass like eternal foundation, wind echoing through ancient stone, Nyabingi heartbeat of stability. The rock is not moved. One day every storm will vanish, every tear will be erased, and I'll stand upon that mountain, face to face with endless grace. No more shaking, no more sorrow, only glory, only light. For the rock who knew my name has led me into life. The rock knows my name. The rock knows my name. From beginning to forever, he remains the same. The rock knows my name. The rock knows my name. And I'll sing it through eternity in the Lamb's holy flame. Storms forget your name, people forget your name, but the rock never forgets. The rock knows my name.
Listen, can you hear them? Not the voices of kings, not the promises of politicians, not the boasts of Babylon. The trees, the ancient trees of Zion, standing through centuries, watching empires rise, watching empires fall. Their roots have touched secrets buried deeper than history. Storms have beaten them, droughts have tested them, axes have threatened them, yet they still stand, because truth grows deep, and trees planted by the rivers of God cannot be deceived. The trees of Zion have witnessed his faithfulness, and the trees of Zion never lie. Trees of Zion never lie. Their branches praise the sky, rooted by the riverside, with Jah forever as their guide. Trees of Zion testify, though the years may pass them by, storms may come but they survive. Trees of Zion never lie. Planted by the living waters, where the holy rivers flow, drawing strength from endless mercy, making righteousness to grow. While the kingdoms chase illusions, while the proud pursue their fame, trees of Zion keep declaring, blessed be his holy name. Roots
cedars standing tall in worship, olive trees with healing leaves. Every forest joins creation in the praise that never leaves. They remember Eden's beauty, they remember Noah's reign, they remember sacred covenants written through both joy and pain. Every ring inside their bodies marks another year of grace. Every leaf becomes a witness to the glory of His face. Trees of Zion never lie, standing strong beneath the sky. Every season they proclaim the greatness of His name. Trees of Zion testify, lift your eyes and hear their cry. Faithful through both flood and fire, trees of Zion never lie. Roots go deep, deeper than fear, deeper than pride. Roots go deep, where living waters abide. Stand firm, stand strong, like the trees of Zion. Stand firm, stand strong, sing the ancient song. Babylon may build her towers, thinking she can touch the sun, but a tree beside God's river knows how every battle's won. Not by power, not by riches, not by armies passing through, but by roots that trust the Maker and a heart forever true. Every drought becomes a lesson, every storm becomes a guide. For the trees that trust the Father never lose their strength inside. Though the earth may shake beneath them, though the darkest seasons try, they continue bearing fruit, because the trees of Zion never lie. Trees of Zion never lie, their branches praise the sky, rooted by the riverside, with Jah forever as their guide. Trees of Zion testify, though the years may pass them by, storms may come, but they survive. Trees of Zion never lie. Heavy bass rolling through the forest, wine dancing through holy branches, echoes of Zion floating through the leaves. The trees are singing, the trees are witnessing. One day by the crystal river, flowing from the throne above, stands the everlasting tree of life, bearing endless fruit and love. Every nation shall find healing, every wound shall disappear, and the trees of God's eternal kingdom shall forever flourish there. Then creation's mighty forest and redemption's gathered choir will unite in endless worship around the Lamb's eternal fire. Trees of Zion never lie, trees of Zion never lie, rooted in eternal mercy, reaching toward the sky. The trees of Zion testify, the trees of Zion testify, trees of Zion testify, faithful through the generations, lifting praises high. Trees of Zion never lie, trees of Zion never lie. Hush, do not think the earth is silent, do not think stone is dead. For every mountain has a memory, and every peak has a voice. Before nations drew their borders, before wars carved valleys of sorrow, before pride built towers of confusion, the mountains were already watching. They have stood since the beginning. They have endured every generation. They have witnessed every kingdom rise and fall. And now the silence is ending, because every mountain is about to speak. When
every mountain speaks,
the truth will break the night.
when every mountain speaks,
Darkness turns to light. Every stone will testify. Every hill will cry.
when every mountain speaks,
No lie will survive. Oh Jah, we arise. Lift our eyes. When every mountain speaks, the earth replies. I heard it in the distance, like a rumble deep and slow. Not the sound of war or thunder, but the earth beginning to glow. Every ridge began to tremble. Every cliff began to sing, like creation found its language in the presence of the King. Ancient stones remember everything, from Eden to the flood. Every footprint, every covenant, written deep in dust and mud. And the silence broke like fire through the valleys far below. For the mountains were awakened, and they finally let it go. When every mountain speaks, the truth will break the night.
when every mountain speaks,
Darkness turns to light. Every stone will testify. Every hill will cry.
when every mountain speaks,
No lie will survive. They saw Moses on the hillside, where the heavens met the flame. They saw David in his worship, calling on the holy name. They saw prophets stand in silence, facing kingdoms built on sand. They saw mercy break the stronghold by the power of his hand. Every mountain holds the record of the glory it has seen. Every peak remembers clearly what the ages once have been.
speak now, speak now,
Ancient heart awake.
speak now, speak now,
Let the heavens shake.
rise up
From the dust and stone,
rise up,
till truth is fully known. Babylon, they tried to silence what the mountains testify, but the rocks will never bow down to a kingdom built on lies. For creation is not mute now, it is waiting for its turn. And the mountains will be teachers when the final pages burn. And the righteous will be gathered from the valleys and the seas, when the mountains lift their voices in eternal harmonies. When every mountain speaks, the chains will fall. rolling like tectonic waves, wind echoing through stone corridors. Nyabingi, heartbeat of the earth. The mountains are alive with sound. One day the peaks will open like a choir made of light, and the mountains will be singing through eternal endless night. No more silence, no more waiting, only truth that cannot fade. For the voice of all creation will be fully unafraid, and the King will stand in glory where the highest summits rise, and the mountains will be worshipped and a never-ending sky.
When every mountain speaks, when every mountain speaks,
The earth will tell its story in a song that never leaves.
when every mountain speaks,
When every mountain speaks,
every mountain speaks.
all creation joins the chorus of the one the waves complete. The world hears silence, but heaven hears testimony. The world sees stone, but God sees witnesses. And when the final sound is released, every mountain will speak, and truth. Hush. Listen beyond the hills, beyond the rivers, beyond the sleeping cities. Do you hear it? It is not man's alarm. It is not war's confusion. It is the sound of awakening. Trumpets across the valley, before kingdoms learn to fight, before graves learn to hold the dead, before time learn to move forward. The trumpet already had a voice, and tonight it is calling creation to attention. Trumpets across the valley, trumpets across the valley, calling every soul. Trumpets across the valley, making broken spirits whole. Hear the sound of glory, breaking every chain. Trumpets across the valley, announcing He shall reign.
Oh, Jah, we arise.
Lift our eyes,
Trumpets across the valley.
split the skies.
Oh, Jah, we arise.
I saw the morning trembling as the sound began to rise, like the mountains bowed in silence under heavenly surprise. Every stone began to shiver, every river paused its flow, for a sound beyond the ages started speaking soft and low. It was mercy in the distance, it was judgment in the air, it was hope wrapped in thunder, declaring God is there. And the earth could not ignore it, and the night began to flee, for the trumpet of awakening was calling destiny. There, trumpets across the valley, calling every soul. Trumpets trumpet speaking visions in the night of a sound that shakes the heavens and divides the dark and light. They said, watch the generation when the valleys learn to sing, for the trumpet will awaken every sleeping human thing. Now the fields are standing still, now the forests hold their breath, for the trumpet is not silence, but the ending fear of death. Sound it, sound it, sound it, through the valleys low. Sound it, let the nations know. Wake up from the dust and sleep. Wake up, the promise you shall keep. Babylon may close her ears, try to drown the holy sound, but the trumpet cuts through darkness where no lie can stand its ground. For no wall can stop the calling, no empire can resist, when the trumpet of the kingdom breaks the chains that once exist. And the righteous will be gathered from the north and from the south, with the trumpet of redemption in the message of his mouth. Hey! Trumpets across the valley, breaking every chain. Trumpets across the valley, washing sorrow and pain. Hear the sound of victory, rising like the dawn. Trumpets across the valley, saying, fear is gone. Whoa. Deep bass rolling like distant earthquakes, echoes of trumpet calls through mountains. Nyabingi heartbeat of awakening. The valley is alive with sound. One day the sound will gather every tribe and every tongue, and the trumpet will announce it. The final victory is won. No more valleys filled with silence, no more sorrow in the land. Only glory, only presence at the touch of his command. And creation will be singing like a river made of light, when the trumpet of forever ends the darkness of the night. Trumpets across the valley, trumpets across the valley, trumpets across the valley. Let the heavens now declare the King is holy, holy. Trumpets across the valley, trumpets across the valley, trumpets across the valley. Every soul awake and ready, for his glory shall be steady. When silence ruled, the trumpet spoke. When darkness fell, the trumpet rose. And when all things are complete, the trumpet will call us home across the valley. Forever, forever. Hush now. Do not call it ordinary wind. This is not the breeze of morning, not the storm of chance, not the breath of chaos. This is the commanded wind from the four corners of the earth. North is trembling, south is awakening, east is remembering, west is answering the call.
has returned with instruction. Wind from the four corners. Oh! Wind from the four corners blow. Let the nations know. Let the nations know. Jah commands. Jah commands. Hush. Listen beneath the noise. Do you hear it? It is not just wind. It is not just thunder. It is not silence. It is the sound of creation groaning. The mountains are sighing. The oceans are trembling. The forests are crying out. The skies are holding their breath. Before man learned to speak rebellion, before kingdoms learned corruption, before pride filled the earth, creation was in harmony, but now it groans, waiting for glory. Creation groans for glory. Creation groans for glory, waiting for the King. Every valley, every story longs for what you bring. Creation groans for glory under broken skies, but redemption writes the ending where eternal love never dies. Oh Jah, we testify. Hear the earth's cry. Creation groans for glory. Lift it to the sky. I hear it in the river, in the rushing of the stream, like the earth is remembering a forgotten holy dream. Every leaf upon the forest, every grain within the soil speaks of something lost in time, true struggle, death and toil. The sun rises with a burden, the moon reflects the pain, like the universe is waiting for the promise once again. For the world is not in silence, it is crying to behold. Every atom, every heartbeat, reaching back to its true goal. Creation groans for glory, waiting for the day when the broken shall be mended and the tears shall fade away. Creation groans for glory through the night and dawn, but the voice of resurrection says the new is coming on. I see it in the nations, in the hunger and the strife, in the systems built on shadows, in the struggle for true life. Even Babylon is shaking, though she crowns herself with gold, but she cannot heal the aching that creation has been told. For the earth remembers Eden and the garden it once knew, and it waits for restoration when all things are made new. There is hope in the midnight. There is light beyond the pain. For the one who made creation shall restore it once again. Every tear becomes a river. Every loss becomes a seed. Every groan becomes a trumpet for the world in deepest need. And the Lamb upon the throne will bring healing to the land, and creation shall be lifted by the power of His hand. Creation groans for glory, but the end is near, when the voice of God shall whisper, let all darkness clear. Creation groans for glory, yet it sings in pain, for the King of resurrection shall return to reign. Deep earth base shaking like seismic waves, wind crying through broken worlds. Nyabingi heartbeat of creation, the groan becomes a song. Then the skies will burst in glory, and the earth will shine like flame, and creation's long exhaustion will be healed in Jesus' name. No more groaning, no more sorrow, only light and endless day. For the maker of all being has finally made His way. Creation groans for glory, creation groans for glory, but the King is on His way to turn mourning into story. Creation groans for glory, creation groans for glory, creation, and every broken sound becomes a hallelujah story. The earth is not silent, it is the sound of creation groaning. The mountains are sighing, the oceans are trembling, the forests are crying out, the skies are holding their breath. Before man learned to speak rebellion, before kingdoms learned corruption, before pride filled the earth, creation was in harmony. But now it groans, waiting for glory. Creation grows.
Yeah, here's a powerful original roots. Before the first crown was forged, before Babylon learned to build her walls, there was a garden, a river flowing without sorrow, trees dancing without fear, and dust, simple dust, held in the hands of the Almighty. The same dust beneath your feet, the same dust beneath the mountains, the same dust beneath the cities of men. Remembers Eden, it remembers the breath, it remembers the glory, it remembers when heaven walked with earth. Listen, the soil is whispering, the wind is carrying ancient memories, and the dust still remembers. Dust remembers Eden, dust remembers grace, dust remembers walking face to holy faith.
before the king alone. Every grain contains a story. Every stone recalls the day when the Father's hand shaped mankind from the earth's humble clay. Golden empires come and vanish, proud ambitions fade away, but the dust still keeps the secret of creation's dawning day. When the world forgets its maker and its heart turns cold as stone, the dust begins remembering the place we once called home. Dust remembers Eden, dust remembers grace, dust remembers walking face to holy face. Hey, dust remembers rivers, dust remembers trees, dust remembers paradise before the curse and tears. I can hear the garden calling through the noise of modern lands. Hear the leaves of life still rustling, touched by everlasting hands. Adam's footsteps long departed, yet the soil recalls them still. Every valley bears the memory of the Father's perfect will. Though the serpent brought deception, though the gates were closed in pain, God prepared redemption's pathway through the promised holy name. Dust remembers Eden, Eden. Dust remembers light, dust remembers morning, dust remembers mornings without fear of night. Dust remembers singing, dust remembers peace, dust remembers innocence before rebellion's feast. From dust we came, to dust we go, but the breath of Jah continues to flow. From dust we came, to dust we go, but the breath of Jah continues to flow. Remember Eden, remember grace, remember the glory of His holy face. Hey. Calvary stood upon the hillside where redemption touched the ground, and the dust that once knew Eden heard salvation's mighty sound. When the blood of Christ was falling, mercy soaked the thirsty land, and the dust began rejoicing, touched once more by God's own hand. Now creation waits in longing for restoration yet to come, when the King shall reign forever and the final victory's won. Every mountain waits expectant, every river sings the tune of the day the Lord returns to make creation bloom. Dust remembers Eden, dust remembers dust remembers grace, dust remembers walking, dust remembers walking face to holy face. Hey, dust remembers rivers, dust remembers trees, remembers paradise before the curse and tears. Dust remembers Eden, though the world forget, the promise of redemption lives within us yet. Hey! Here's the powerful original roots. Before the first kingdom rose, before the first crown was forged, before Babylon learned to build her walls, there was a garden, a river flowing without sorrow, trees dancing without fear, and dust, simple dust, held in the hands of the Almighty. The same dust beneath your feet, the same dust beneath the mountains, the same dust beneath the cities of men. Remembers Eden, it remembers the breath, it remembers the glory, it remembers when heaven walked with earth. Listen, the soil is whispering, dust remembers grace, dust remembers